Today we're going to make a wonderful Eclair bite. It's a carrot and sunflower seed eclair filled with salt dough cooked carrot and burrata. On top you'll find confit orange peel with an apricot gel, a carrot cream and caramelized tandoori sunflower seeds. So, let's begin. First the eclairs. Pour 200 grams of carrot juice into a saucepan and reduce it to your left with 100 grams. Always begin with weighing the empty pan first. This will make checking the reduction process very easy. The empty pan weighs 1035 grams, so that plus 100 grams is 1135 grams. Once it's reduced, add 100 grams of milk, 100 grams of butter and 5 grams of salt. Now bring this to a boil. Then add 120 grams of flour and directly start mixing to prevent lumps from forming. Now while stirring, cook the batter for 3 to 4 minutes on a medium heat. We do this to give the dough more strength and remove the floury taste. Once it starts to shine, you know it's done. Then take the pan off the heat and let it cool down for 5 minutes. After that, mix in 200 grams of egg. Do this egg by egg and mix it every time to ensure it's well incorporated. Then transfer it into a piping bag and it's ready to be used. Now you could bake the batter like this, but I use this eclair mold to pre-portion the batter and get a beautiful even result. This one is from Mold Brothers, a partner of the channel. Then level the top and let it freeze till solid. Meanwhile we can make the dough sheet that we place on top of the batter. First toast 80 grams of sunflower seeds at 160 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Once toasted, let them cool down and then blend it into a fine powder. Now place 100 grams of flour on your worktop and make a well in the middle. Fill it with 50 grams of cane sugar, the sunflower seed powder, 70 grams of butter and 3 grams of squid ink. Then bring all the ingredients together and knead it into a firm dough. Now place the dough on a silicone sheet and place another sheet on top. Then roll it out until the dough is around 3 to 4 millimeters thin. Now place it on a rack or tray and let it set in your fridge. After an hour or two, remove the top sheet and cut it with the desired cutter. The trimmings you can reuse for the next time. Then remove the choux batter from the mold and place them on a silicone sheet. Let them defrost for 30 minutes before placing the dough sheets on top. Then bake them at 180 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Absolutely don't open the oven in between, then they will collapse. Now after the 30 minutes, I always leave them in the oven with the door slightly open for another 10 minutes. This to ensure all the moisture has evaporated. Then keep them dry and covered for later. Now for the carrot and burrata filling. Place 500 grams of flour on your worktop and make a well in the middle. Fill the well with 500 grams of grey salt or coarse salt and also add 300 grams of water. Now bring all the ingredients together and then knead it into a nice dough. Then dust your worktop with flour and roll out the dough till it's a centimeter thick. Place 8 big carrots on top and also add a couple of bay leaves. Now cover the carrots with the dough and make sure that there are no holes. Then bake it at 180 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. After that let it cool down for 20 minutes before opening up the dough. Now clean the carrots by scraping the peel off with a small knife. Cut a carrot in thin slices and cut those slices in a nice tartare. Set it aside for later. Then transfer burrata in a blender and season it with black pepper. Now blend it for around 20 seconds. After that transfer it into a bowl and also add the carrot tartare, some lemon zest and some salt. Now mix it well. Then transfer it into a piping bag and keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the apricot and tandoori gel. Mix 200 grams of dried apricots with 350 grams of carrot juice, 3 grams of tandoori spices, 3 grams of salt, 50 grams of white wine vinegar and 5 grams of agar powder. Then blend it till smooth. Once smooth, pour it into a saucepan and while stirring bring it to a boil for at least 30 seconds. Keep on stirring to prevent it from burning. Now pour it into a bowl and let it set in your fridge. After that transfer it into a blender and blend it into a smooth gel. Then transfer it into a piping bottle and keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the orange peel garnish. Begin by peeling an orange with a peeler that is as thin as possible. You don't want any of the white pith. Then cut them with the desired cutter. Now I cut them with a punch cutter, but you can also use a small cookie cutter. I just love these punch cutters because they come in so many different shapes and sizes. Normally made for crafts, but perfect for the kitchen as well. I'll link the one I use in the description. In this video I'm not using the peel trimmings, but they're great to use for an orange peel gel. Click the link at the top for the recipe. Then blanch the cut orange peels in some salted water for 30 seconds. We do this to remove the bitter flavor. After that, drain the water and transfer the peels back into the pan. Now add 200 grams of water with 50 grams of sugar and 4 grams of salt. Then cover the pan with a lid and heat it up on a low heat. Confit it for 30 minutes. Once the peels have softened, let it cool down completely. Then pour it into a cup and keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the carrot cream. Begin by cutting a shallot in half and clean it. Now slice it in thin slices. Then melt 50 grams of butter in a pan and also add 3 grams of salt with 40 grams of cane sugar, the sliced shallot and a bay leaf. Caramelize the sugar, butter and shallot. Meanwhile, peel 600 grams of carrot and trim both sides. Then cut them in 4 and slice those pieces in thin slices. Once you're happy with the color of the ingredients in the pan, add the sliced carrot and pan fry it for 2 to 3 minutes. Now deglaze the pan with 200 grams of vegetable broth. Also add 20 grams of white wine vinegar. Reduce the broth on a medium heat to cook the carrots. When the carrots are cooked, remove the bay leaf, transfer it into a blender and blend it till smooth. This takes a couple of minutes. Then add a knife tip of xanthan gum and blend it for another minute. This prevents the cream from leaking once plated. Now transfer it into a piping bottle and keep it in your fridge for later. Then the tandoori sunflower seeds. First mix 100 grams of water with 100 grams of sugar and 100 grams of sunflower seeds. Bring this to a boil for 3 minutes. After that, transfer the seeds on a tray. Spread them and let them dry for around 30 minutes. Then heat up some frying oil till it's 160 degrees Celsius and deep fry the sunflower seeds. Be careful with the caramelization. A bit too dark and they turn super bitter. Then place them on a tray lined with a kitchen paper and season them with tandoori spices, salt and citric acid. This will give a nice fresh and aromatic flavor. Once they have cooled down, you can keep them dry and covered for later. Now, as a final garnish, we just need to make some carrot flowers. I make these from a thinly sliced carrot and use the same puncher, only one that's slightly bigger than the one before. Keep them in some ice water so they retain their crispy texture. Then we can start to finish the eclair. First fill the shells with the carrot and burrata tartare and pipe a couple dots of the cream on top. Also add a couple dots of the apricot gel. Now place the caramelized sunflower seeds in between together with the carrot flowers, some carrot leaves and the confit orange peel. Then it's ready to be served. Okay guys, that's it for today. I'm super happy with the result. I think it looks very fresh and very vibrant with all the colors, and I definitely think it's a very cool amuse-bouche or a bite to start with. I especially love the little orange confit or the carrot as well. I just love the shape, and I think the combination of the two sizes works so well. So yeah, super happy. And also the fact that there is some sunflower seed within the craquelin that's on top. Yeah, it's just looking very spectacular. But let's dig in. Not so good, guys. There is so much flavor. There's quite a lot of orange flavor because of all the zest, but it balances super well with the carrot, with the burrata for a little bit of fattiness or creaminess, and then that crunch from the sunflower seeds. Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments on what you want to see next. Like and share the video, and subscribe if you want to support my channel and if you don't want to miss any other recipes. And as always, bon appétit!